To commemorate the founding of New Orleans in 1718, WYES presents this Tricentennial moment in celebration of our city's past and present.
In this digital age, with hundreds of television channels and viewing options, it's hard to imagine New Orleans with only one TV station. But when WDSU signed on the air on December 18, 1948, it was the city's first station, and for nearly a decade it was the only one in town. Channel 6 was founded by Edgar Stern and his family, whose personal wealth built the station into a powerhouse. Its first studios were in the Hibernia Bank building, before moving to the French Quarter in 1950. In those early days, programming was sparse. The test pattern was a popular sight. Most of the station's early personalities were radio veterans, including Terry Fletridge, best known as Mrs. Muffin, and as host of the midday show.
Hi, everybody. Top of the evening to you.
Mel Levitt was another favorite as a sports reporter, carnival commentator, and more.
Good evening, everyone. This is Alec Gifford reporting.
Newsman Alec Gifford and meteorologist Nash Roberts both started at 6 and spent more than 50 years in local television. Actor Dick Van Dyke even hosted his own show on Channel 6 in the 1950s. WWL signed on in September 1957. Owned by Loyola University, it built on the success of WWL Radio, the city's first radio station. Popeye and Pals was an early favorite.
Elvis Presley and Rubberneckin'.
Followed in the 1960s by a Saturday afternoon dance show hosted by John Peeler. Channel 4 stocked its newsroom with big-name talent, including sports director Hap Glaude.
Good evening.
And editorialist Phil Johnson. As news director in the 1970s, Johnson would hire many of the station's icons, including Garland Robinette and Angela Hill, co-anchors who were later a married couple. Channel 4 also gave us Dr. Momus Alexander Morgus, whose magnificent science experiments appeared in between segments of horror movies. WVUE-TV signed on in 1953 as WJMR-TV. Its channel number moved all over the dial before settling on Channel 8. Its newsroom was a training ground for many well-known journalists, and its sports director, Buddy Diliberto, would become a local legend. WYES also plays a role in local television history. The station signed on April 1, 1957, fulfilling the dream of a group of community activists inspired by the power of television as an educational tool. That mission continues as WYES documents local history and informs viewers about the past, present, and future of this city and region.
WYES's New Orleans Tricentennial Moments are brought to you by the Miro Foundation and presented in association with the historic New Orleans Collection.